Hello learners, this is Habiba with Excel with me. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Let's start today's class with UGC NET Paper 2 Education, Learner and Learning Process with the subtopic Approaches to Intelligence from Unitary to Multiple. Under that we are going to discuss today, that is Theories of Intelligence by Sternberg. Let's begin the Theories of Intelligence by Sternberg. Introduction. Intelligence is a complex characteristic of cognition. Many theories have been developed to explain what intelligence is and how it works. That means already we have understood what is intelligence, the abilities of an individual related to the cognition. Cognition means ability of thinking. That is, say there are so many theories developed by different psychologists who have given different things. In past classes also we have learnt about different intelligences given by different psychologists. Now there is Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence that focuses on analytical, creative and practical intelligence, but there is also Gardner's theory which holds that intelligence is comprised of many factors. In previous class we have understood about Gardner's theory of intelligence, where we have seen different kinds of intelligences: kinesthetic, bodily, that means intelligence related to bodily, musical, different 9 different intelligences we have learnt in Gardner's theory. Still other theories focus on the importance of emotional intelligence. Just in the previous class we have understood about emotional intelligence also. The triarchic theory of intelligence proposes that there are 3 distinct types of intelligence, that is practical, distinct and analytical. It was formulated by Robert J. Sternberg, a well-known psychologist whose research often focuses on human intelligence and creativity. Now let's understand in detail about what is analytical intelligence, that is academic problem solving and computation, what is all about, and creative intelligence, that is imaginative and innovative and also problem solving, and then practical intelligence, street smarts and common sense. Let's understand in detail about all these. Before that, let's understand the origins of this theory. That is, Sternberg proposed his theory in 1985 as an alternative to the idea of the general intelligence factor. The general intelligence factor, also known as G factor, that is G, is what intelligence tests typically measure. It refers only to academic intelligence. In unitary method also we have understood 2-factor theory, general factor and specific factor. Here general factor related to the academic intelligence. Now Sternberg argued that practical intelligence, a person's ability to react and adapt to the world around them, as well as creativity, are equally important when measuring an individual's overall intelligence. So what Sternberg says is, whoever, any individual who can react and adapt to the world around that person, that is creatively and equally creativity is equally important, he says. Adjusting themselves with creativity and measuring overall individual's intelligence also, he thinks about practical intelligence. He also argued that intelligence isn't fixed, but rather comprises a set of abilities that can be developed. Obviously, intelligence cannot be fixed. I have this intelligence means I will stick to that intelligence only. It is not like that. Any intelligences we can adapt also sometimes. Sternberg's assertions led to the creation of his theory. Whatever he assumed about these intelligence and the abilities, he has come to the conclusion of this triarchic theory. And also there are some sub-theories also. Sternberg broke his theory down into the following 3 subcategories. That is, first one is contextual sub-theory. The contextual sub-theory says that intelligence is intertwined with the individual's environment. Obviously, whatever context related, it is intertwined with the environment. Thus, intelligence is based on the way one functions in their everyday circumstances, including one's ability to adapt to one's environment, and also select the best environment for oneself, or C, shape the environment to better fit one's needs and desires. Obviously, what he says, intelligence is based on one function in their everyday circumstances, that is one's ability, number one, to adopt his environment, his or her environment, and select the best environment which suits for themselves, and also shape the environment to fit their needs and desires. Very well explained about the contextual sub-theory. Now, experiential sub-theory. The experiential sub-theory proposes that there is a continuum of experience from novel to automation to which intelligence can be applied. It's at the extremes of this continuum that intelligence is best demonstrated. That means related to the experience. Whatever we experience may be a novel to automation to intelligence that can be applied anywhere. That means at the novel end of the spectrum, an individual is confronted with an unfamiliar task or situation and must come up with a way to deal with it. Obviously, when novel means very different, that is, when we come up to that, the individual has to face the unfamiliar situation or task, and that must come up with a new idea or way to deal with that situation. At the automation end of the spectrum, one has become familiar with a given task or situation and can now handle it with minimal thought. That means already that situation was experienced. Now there is a need of minimal thought to solve that situation. Then componential sub-theory, what it does, it says, outlines the various mechanisms that result in intelligence. According to Sternberg, this theory is comprised of 3 kinds of mental process or components. Let's understand those 3. Meta components. Meta means beyond the thought. That is, enable us to monitor, control and evaluate our mental processing so that we can make decisions, solve problems and create plans. Then comes the performance components, are what enable us to take action on the plans and decisions arrived at by the meta components. Then comes the knowledge acquisition components, enable us to learn new information that will help us carry out our plans. So, meta component, that is monitoring and controlling whatever our mental process is, thinking process to take any decision. Then performance components, to take action on what decision or plan we have arrived at. And then knowledge acquisition, that enable us to learn new information that will help in further new plans. Then let's understand the kinds of main topic of this Sternberg's theory, the kinds of intelligences. In the beginning I told you about. Let's discuss in detail about them. Each sub-theory reflects a particular kind of intelligence or ability. Just now we have understood about the sub-theories. Those sub-theories definitely reflect upon these kinds of intelligence. Number 1, practical intelligence. Sternberg called one's ability to successfully interact with the everyday world practical intelligence. Obviously, practical means whatever experiences we get in practical life. that is not going any emotional things in that, just thinking about practically it is good or bad, what situation we have to face if we do this. That practical intelligence is related to the contextual subtheory, that is practical intelligent people are especially adept at behaving in successful ways in their external environment. Then creative intelligence. The experiential subtheory is related to creative intelligence, which is one's ability to use existing knowledge to create new ways to handle new problems or cope in new situation. We understood about contextual, that means whatever situations are there, bringing some new ideas to face that situation. Then comes analytical intelligence. The componential subtheory is related to analytical intelligence, which is essentially academic intelligence. That is, analytic intelligence is used to solve problems and is the kind of intelligence that is measured by a standard IQ test. Now, Sternberg's types of intelligence, let's understand with example. That is, analytic means analyzing, comparing things, and then evaluating. Practical, that is applying, that is using the experience or ideas in practical life. Then creative means inventing and designing new things. Sternberg observed that all three kinds of intelligence are necessary for successful intelligence, which refers to the ability to be successful in life based on one's abilities, personal desires, and environments. That means if we have one intelligence, that is not enough. All three kinds of intelligence are necessary to become a successful, intelligent person. Let's conclude this topic. The triarchic theory of intelligence originated as an alternative to the concept of general intelligence factor or G factor. The theory proposed by psychologist Robert J. Sternberg contends that there are three types of intelligence, that is practical, that means the ability to get along in different contexts. Then creative, that is the ability to come up with new ideas. Then analytical, the ability to evaluate information and solve problems. The triarchic theory is comprised of three sub-theories, each of which relates to a specific kind of intelligence. That is, first one, the contextual subtheory, which corresponds to practical intelligence or the ability to successfully function in one's environment. The second one, the experiential subtheory, which corresponds to creative intelligence or the ability to deal with novel situations or issues. Then the last, the third one, the componential subtheory, which corresponds to analytical intelligence or the ability to solve the problems. So, we come to the end of this session. If you like the class, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.